Hey, what's going on, my mouth counts people? We've got warm up 1 from the 2026 problem set. So here we go. I've got my favorite red pencil ready to do some math. All right, Elamina wants to estimate the sum of 5,394 plus 32,147 plus 792 to check if her final answer is reasonable. She rounds each number to the nearest thousand before adding them. What is her estimated sum? So she's rounding to the nearest thousand. This one's 5,000. This one's 32,000. And this one would be rounded to 1,000. So 5,000 and 32,000 is 37,000. 37,000 plus 1,000 is 38,000. That would be her estimate. Estimate. You know what I meant. There we go. Next one. An arithmetic sequence has a common difference between consecutive terms. For example, the sequence 5, 12, 19, 26, 33 is an arithmetic sequence with a common difference of 7. So they're just adding 7 each time. The sum of the first 6 terms in a particular arithmetic sequence is 42. If the first term is 2, what is the fourth term? All right, there's formulas for these types of problems, but let's just kind of look at the problem in general, and we can kind of almost develop our own formula from it. So if I've got 6 numbers, now I'm adding all 6 of these numbers together. It says the first number is 2, and the common difference in this one is some number I don't know, but to get to the next number, it's going to be 2 plus the common difference. To get to the next number after that, it's going to be 2 plus 2 common differences, because I'm going to have to go 1, 2 to get there. The next will be 2 plus 3 common differences. Then 2 plus 4 common differences. Then 2 plus 5 common differences. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's. That's 12. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 common differences. And then that would equal 42. Subtract 12 from both sides, we get 15D is equal to 30. Divide by 15, we get the common difference is 2. So this number is 2. The next one is 2 plus 2, 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And these numbers do indeed add up to 42. So what's the fourth term? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth term is 8. Next, number 33. Mr. Huang's class creates a banner to hang around the walls in his classroom. The banner repeats 26 letters of the alphabet. What is the 137th letter written on the banner? Okay, so we got 137 and we got 26 letters. So I want to see how many times that 26 goes into 137. I think it's going to be 26 times 5. 6 times 5. Yeah, 130, right? Okay, so it's going to go through this these letters 5 times, and then we're going to have 7 left over. So the 137th letter will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be G. Because we've gone through 126 5 different times to get to 130. We have 7 more letters to go, so we just keep on counting it out and get to letter G right there. Next one. If x plus 3 is 10, what is x squared plus 3 squared? So over here, subtract 3 from both sides, x must be 7. So 7 squared is 49. 3 squared is 9. So that number must be 58. Pretty simple. Nadine started with 1 gallon of water. She removed 2 quarts. And over here it says 4 quarts is a gallon. So what she have? She has half a gallon right now. All right, then she added 3 pints. There's 8 pints in a gallon, so she added 3/8. And finally, remove 4 cups. 4 cups, there's 16 cups in a gallon, so she removed 1/4. How many fluid ounces of water are left? All right, let's find out how many gallons we have at this point. So we should probably change these all to eighths. So this would be 4/8 plus 3/8 minus 2/8. So I've got 4/8 plus 3/8 minus 2/8. That's equal to 5/8. So I've got 5/8 of a gallon. And there are 128 fluid ounces in a gallon. So 128 times 5/8. And then 8 goes in there for sure, right? Yeah, 8 goes in there. So we can just kind of reduce this at this point. 8 is 2 to the third. This would be 2 to the sixth. Let me just reduce it. Brain's not braining this morning. We're going to 16. Okay, 16 times 5, we end up with 80. Whew, brain was not working. All right, oh, this one. Oh dear. Okay, so I don't really like the wording of this one. I think they needed like another sentence in there, but here goes. If you can't see this, I'm sorry. I know that my stuff is blurry. It's because my camera sucks. All right, so friends Alice and Maud each think of a different integer, from 1 to 10 inclusive. So any number between 1 and 10, including 1 and 10. They have the following conversation in front of Nina, who confirms to them that the two integers are different. Okay, so these two people have picked a number. They haven't told the other person what the number is. All they have done is told Nina what their numbers are. And Nina says, okay, you guys do not have the same number. Okay, so they're going to start making statements. So we got Alice making statements and Maud making statements. And when they make a statement, they're telling the other person something about their numbers. Now, when they start off with, they can all have the numbers 1 through 10. Okay, that's the possibility. So when they make a statement, they're going to tell the other person something about their numbers. So Alice starts. Alice says the product of our numbers is even. Okay, Alice has no idea what Maud has. She just knows what she has. So when she says that the products of our numbers are even, the only way that that's possible is if she has an even number. Because an even number times an even number is even, and an even number times an odd number is even. She doesn't know if Maud has an even number or an odd number. So what she's telling Maud at this point is that Alice has an even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. So now Maud knows this. Okay, so now it's Maud's turn. Maud says the sum of our numbers is even. Now Maud knows that she has even numbers. And the only way for Maud to now say, okay, I know that the sum of our numbers is going to be even, is if you take an even number plus an even number, that's the only way to get an even sum. So Maud is telling Alice, oh, my numbers are even as well. So in this next statement, we now know that Maud has even numbers as well. So after 2 statements, we know that they both have odd numbers. Okay, Alice is up next. My number is not a proper divisor of your number. Okay, proper divisor, I think what they're talking about here is that like proper divisor, like 6 and 6 is not a proper divisor. So we're talking about like a factor other than 1 and the number itself. So obviously Alice can't be a 2 because 2 is a proper divisor of 4, 6, 8, and 10. Remember, Alice just knows that these are even numbers. Okay, Alice can also not be 4 because 4 is a proper divisor of 8. And Alice doesn't know if Maud has an 8. All Alice is saying is, I know for sure that my number is not a proper divisor. So she can't have a 4 because Maud might have an 8. Now these other numbers are not proper divisors of 2, 4, 6, or 8. So now we're down to Alice having 6, 8, or 10. Maud's turn. the units digit of your number squared is not equal to the units digit of my number. All right, so the unit digit of your number squared, remember she has 6, 8, and 10. So if I square this, the units digit would be 6. If I square this, the unit digit would be 4. If I square this, the unit digit would be 0. So she's saying, I know for sure that when you square your number, that it's not the same as my units number. Okay, so we know that she doesn't have a 6, a 4, or a 10. So now she's down to 2 or 8 at this point. All right, so at this point, Alice is a 6, 8, or 10, and Maud is a 2 or an 8. Whew. Next, Alice comes up and says, the greatest common divisor of our numbers is 2. Well, yeah, they all are. So not very helpful, Alice. Thanks a lot. Next one. Maud says, I'm not sure if your number is bigger than mine. So we got a 2 and an 8 over here. This is 6, 8, or 10. She says, I'm not sure if your number is bigger than mine. Okay, so if that's the case, we know that she is not a 2 because she's not sure if it's bigger. She has a 6, 8, or 10. She can't have a 2 because then she would know that her number is bigger than hers. Last one. My number is not bigger than yours. Okay, so we know this is an 8. She might have an 8 or a 10. We know they don't have the same number. So now we're at the end. We know that Alice has a 6 because we know for sure that it's not bigger than 8. Ugh, that one's horrible. All right, a few more. Alex is making soup. The recipe's final step after blending ingredients into puree says for every 3/4 of puree, add 1/3 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of water. Alex has 3 cups of puree. For how many more cups of water than milk does he need to add? Wow, there's a lot. All right, so the ratio is 3/4 for the puree to 1/3 for the milk to 1/2 for the water. All right, so 3/4 of a cup, we know that they have 3 cups, which means they're multiplying this number by 4. And since this is a ratio, all of these get multiplied by 4. So if I multiply this one by 4, I would have 4/3 for the milk. If I multiply this one by 4, I would have 1. So we want to find the difference between water and milk. So the difference between 4/3 and 2/3 be 1/3. Oh, sorry, this was 1/2. Dang it. This is a 2. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. So the difference between 4/3 and 2 is 2/3. Wow. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let's listen to people outside. All right, almost done. Steph has the 21 unit squares in which Stephen, not Steph, which he aligns in a triangular formation. What's the perimeter? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 6 by 6 by 6. So that means that would be 24. Almost there. Dante cuts his blueberry pie into 6 equal slices. Joe ate 1.5 pieces. What fraction of the pie did Joe eat? Okay, so 1 piece of pie is 1/6 of the pie. Half of that would be 1/12 of the pie. So he's got 1/6 plus 1/12, which would be 2/12 plus 1/12, which would be 3/12, which is 1/4. Last problem. What is the units digit of the sum of 1 to the second, 2 to the second, 3 to the second, plus 4 to the second, plus 5 to the second? Okay, we only have to worry about the units digit, so I'm going to write units down. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, so I'm only going to write a 6 because we only worry about the units digit, and 5 squared is 25. So I'm only worrying about the units, and now I'm just going to add up the units here. So 1 and 9 is 10, plus 4 plus 6 makes 20. plus 5 is 25. And again, we're only worrying about the units, so the unit digit would be 5. All right, there we go. That is warm up 1. Math hard. See you guys later. Bye-bye.